All right, for closing remarks, we're going to welcome to the stage Klaus Romero, our CSO, and Dr. Billy Dunn, Head of Neuroscience at FDA.
All right. I would like to start by calling out several people. If you could stand up, Shauna, Dominic, Vicky, Laura is already standing up, Danisha. Without you guys, this would not have happened. So thank you very much. Well-deserved applause. Okay, so now to the topic at hand. What did we see today?
Is that the topic at hand? I think people have had a long day here. Topic at hand might be to abbreviate our closing comments that the agenda dictated we give. What we saw here today was inspirational. I think this is just absolutely fantastic. We heard so much information from the overarching high level issues to real, rubber meets the road solutions. And we're starting to really see how this RDCA-DAP effort is going to produce successful outcomes, successful solutions to advance therapeutic development. I think this is, a really informative evolution in the work that's been done over the last few years from the time that the effort was launched. And I think we're seeing how it fits together across diseases. In addition to just being, it's great to be back and have an in-person meeting, and I'm sure next year is going to be even stronger. It's really nice to see these supportive efforts in an area that, as we saw on Dr. Mullen's slide initially, we're seeing an explosion of development in the rare disease space. In the recent past, over 50% of our approvals are in the rare disease space, and I think that's a reflection, as I said earlier, of the evolving scientific knowledge. And to take advantage of that scientific knowledge, we have to have efforts like this. Where's Dr. Walls? Where did she go? There she is. To have a talk like that about ontologies, you've heard several people comment on it, and I don't think it's a surprise. That really not just a seemingly complex topic, a genuinely complex topic with which a lot of people aren't familiar. Everybody took away the same reaction, which is, wow, you started to show us the power of what bringing all these data together are going to provide, not only for the disease in question, but for the interrelatedness and relationships that exist amongst a variety of diseases, which is why we envisioned this effort, which is why we see this as so important. If there is a rare disease data point generated in the world, we want it to come into this database so that we can benefit from it. Every piece of data is precious, and we want it to be here. It's non-exclusive. It can go anywhere else. That's fine, but it certainly belongs here. And this is what patients want. We had some good discussions about consent processes and building into the consent process the opportunity for these data to be contributed to an effort like this. And I think we're seeing an increasing awareness of this amongst developers, amongst researchers. And we're going to have to keep that, you called it an engine earlier. We're going to have to keep that data flowing in together. Not only do we see examples of yours where we're starting to see how these tools can be applied, but we're seeing output, right? We have several examples, right? We saw in the transplant consortium biomarker qualification being submitted and hopefully, going to be successful. We see optimization of patient selection in sickle cell disease, the clinical trial simulator in Duchenne. This is the rare disease space, but these folks may not know just how vital the clinical trial simulator in Alzheimer's disease was from years ago that you were responsible for, and how often that was accessed by drug developers in thinking about how to design their trials. And in the Friedreich space, of course, the disease progression modeling that we see, thanks to Ron, your efforts in bringing those data together initially prior to RDCA-DAP, and then your immediate pivot to making those data available to RDCA-DAP and integrating those efforts under that larger umbrella. So, if anything, I think the thoughts about what we've seen here today is just inspiration. It's a very inspirational meeting. I think we're starting to see results, and those are going to accelerate. To Penny's comment, it's slow, yes, but maybe not as slow as we think. It takes time to discover things. It takes time to aggregate things, but I think we're going to see an accelerating pace of progress.
And that is absolutely something that I want to highlight, the fact that we are at a definite inflection point. We started in 2019 with a dream that Teresa approached us with. We started making it happen. Now we're at that inflection point where the floodgates are opening, and change is going to be absolutely unstoppable. And this is thanks to every single one of you here today in person, and every single one of the individuals that are online. And the fact that this is happening is a testament to what this decade, as challenging as it was in the beginning, is going to bring. And I can only be excited and happy for what's coming. And the fact that solutions that you saw, the quote unquote typical ones, like biomarkers and outcome measures, those are fantastic solutions. But the fact that we're thinking about completely disease agnostic, data driven solutions like the ones that Ramona showed opens up another universe of kinds of solutions that we can think about. So very exciting times, inspirational times. To Penny's points, I think the acceleration is only going to materialize, and things are going to get faster and better. And with that, I thank everybody, and we can all go have a drink that we deserve. Thank you.